Film thought of the day, more on EPKs, the press kits for the film. Whether you're releasing theatrically, and once I've already told you this, people who release commercially already know this, so I'm not going to preach to the choir. The people who are doing film festivals or just putting their film out, even if it's just to the internet, localize it. Make it interesting to that region. So if you're supplying a film and you happen to get into the Myrtle Beach International Film Festival, find a tie to Myrtle Beach. Find a tie for a story. Because we have the local ABC, NBC, and CBS, they reach out. They've done Zooms. This year they did a Zoom to Italy, and I think one other country. They did a Zoom call on the news with this person, and they tie it back to the Myrtle Beach area or globally. Don't just do a bland, run-of-the-mill EPK. Make your story personal. Why would someone in the news desk, why would a reporter at the news desk choose your EPK over, this year we had 63 films, over 62 others? Well, that's going to be what's in the body of that beginning email or EPK. You got to make it personal. You got to make it something that's a story. 1 year, 2 or 3 years ago, the local ABC did a Zoom on a fellow who'd driven from Alaska all the way to Myrtle Beach. They did a Zoom while he's driving. You know, he pulled over, of course, but he pulled over and he was driving. That's a long trip. That's interesting. The story of driving, was it 6,000 miles, 6,000 miles? Those are interesting stories. It's your duty for your, like our fiduciary duty in the corporate world, for your film to get it as much press as possible, no matter how or where you're releasing it, because that makes the difference between a successful release and an unsuccessful release. I've seen some of the most beautiful films in the world in being a judge at the Myrtle Beach International Film Festival for 21 years. One of the most beautiful films we'd ever received, we never seen it. You never seen it past the light of day. Because you can have the most beautiful film in the world, and if a theater is able to put it on the screen, which is rare, but if they give you get that shot, and you don't tell the people that it's in that theater, it's not going to bring people into the theater just because it's a beautiful film, because they'll never know about it. It'd be like a wonderful restaurant that serves the best food in the world, and it's in a basement somewhere and they never advertised. You don't know it exists. The person's sitting down in that basement that's one hell of a cook. Why aren't people in here? They don't know about it. It's the same as your film. And remember, you have a very short window to make that film work. In the theatrical releasing world, you have 1 week. In fact, you don't even have 1 week, you have 3 days. Opening Friday, by the time Monday rolls around, if that film hasn't produced, it's leaving the theater on Thursday, if not before, but usually they will give it the full week, but you will not get a chance to run that again. So make sure that you make it an event. Make sure that you make it personal. Make sure that you put something in there that what I would say is juicy, that makes a reporter's ears go, huh, there's a story. I'd like to talk to this person. And more than likely, you'll get a story. And the bigger the stories you get, the more successful your film, the more successful your next film and your production company.